In a deal forged by the world's two largest economies and its biggest polluters to combat climate change, President Obama and Chinese President Xi unveiled an aggressive plan to cut greenhouse gases.
This is an ambitious goal, but it is an achievable goal.
Under the agreement, the U.S. would cut nearly one-third of its carbon emission levels set in 2005 by the year 2025. China would have until 2030 to level off its emissions. The climate accord may be the boldest sign yet of the president's determination to bolster U.S. ties with China at a time when he's butting heads with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
The United States welcomes the continuing rise of a China that is peaceful, prosperous, and stable.
Then Mr. Obama and Xi went on to take questions, one from an American journalist, a rare occurrence on Chinese soil. In a moment of high drama, the Chinese president initially appeared to ignore the question from New York Times reporter Mark Landler on press access in China, leaving Mr. Obama looking astonished. But then Xi conceded his country's human rights record was not perfect. China has made enormous progress in its human rights, and that is a fact, Xi said. On the question of China's human rights, we should never consider our work to be mission accomplished. Xi eventually answered Landler's question, blaming the New York Times for its own access problems in China. The party that has created the problem, Xi said, should be the one to resolve it. White House officials breathed a sigh of relief. After working for weeks to convince skeptical Chinese officials to hold a news conference, it was a diplomatic victory. Before leaving Beijing, Mr. Obama toasted Xi for China's efforts to help fight Ebola in West Africa. Xi offered some praise of his own, saying the U.S.-China relationship had reached a new starting point.